chocolate milk comes from brown cows. Farming is old-fashioned and low-tech. GMOs are evil. Farmers don't care about the land or their animals. Good evening, Chairperson, honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen. With a declining ratio of food producers to food consumers, these misconceptions are becoming more and more common. Although everyone has to eat and wear clothes, not everyone understands that agriculture is a part of everything we do. People from all walks of life have to understand that farmers care about the land and the animals they grow. They need to know that we're producing good food and good products in a sustainable way. Through agritourism and experiential education, we can shrink the urban-rural divide and educate urban populations about where their food comes from and the industry standards involved. Agritourism brings visitors to a farm, ranch, or agricultural setting to learn about food production. Excellent examples of this include Alberta Open Farm Days, school field trips, and of course, events like Aggie Days and the Calgary Stampede. For some, these tours mark the first time kids and adults see the source of their food, be it a dairy cow, an ear of corn growing in a field, or tasting a Saskatoon berry right off the tree. It also gives farmers and ranchers a chance to connect with consumers, sell local product, and teach about their individual operations. These experiences reconnect people to the land, but more importantly, reconnect them to each other. Additionally, these tours provide great platforms to showcase our high animal health standards and state-of-the-art processing technologies that allow Alberta to produce great tasting, quality meat. However, agritourism places the initiative into the consumer's hands. It's up to them to get engaged and attend these events. If they choose not to, that cycle of misinformation continues. Another limitation of agritourism is that these experiences typically only last one day, which is not long enough to create a firm understanding of the complexities of this industry. Therefore, agriculture has to be brought into the city and into the classroom. Just like reading and writing, people should have basic ag literacy skills, which is the ability to apply a basic understanding of agriculture to make informed decisions. Currently, there's publications and apps that exist to help improve ag literacy if schools choose to apply them. For example, the Journey 2050 app takes students through farming simulations to teach them how to grow food while balancing social and environmental concerns. While these apps can be super beneficial, there's a limit to what can be learned behind the screen. To effectively teach agriculture, kids need to get their hands dirty. When students learn through experience, you take abstract lessons and turn them into concrete skills. In 2016, I had the privilege of traveling with 4-H Canada on the Going Global service learning trip to Ghana, Africa. During our trip, we lived with locals and were able to attend schools to see how they incorporated agriculture and 4-H into the classroom. They've recently developed programs called Enterprise Gardens. This program inspires youth to engage youth to explore agriculture careers and play a role in feeding Africa and the greater world. Each student is given seeds. They then plan, plant, and manage a food-producing garden in school, gaining practical, hands-on experience. They then sell these products at local farmers markets to provide nutrition for their communities while providing income for their schools to get more students enrolled. When the Ghanaian government studied this program, they concluded that there was improved school attendance, a greater understanding of supply chains and industry standards, and of course, overall improved entrepreneurial skills. There's no doubt that these programs could be applied to Canadian schools. Here in Canada, students could learn about fruit and vegetable cultivation, poultry, composting, hydroponics, aquaponics, nutrition, pollination, the list continues. These products could then be used to supply the school lunch program, so kids understand the entire process from farm to fork. I know that some schools already incubate eggs until they hatch. However, the process typically stops there. Instead, if the hens were kept, the eggs could be used in the cafeteria. The lunch scraps could be fed back to the chickens, and their waste could be composted to support another classroom's vegetable garden. How cool would it be to have a pizza party with ingredients grown mostly in your classroom? Surely, being engaged in the entire process fosters a greater appreciation for agriculture. But, of course, to take it one step further, there needs to be programs for people of all ages and all demographics in an easily accessible urban setting. I've witnessed the impact of these programs when I facilitated seed-to-table lesson programs at the Tucson Village Farm in Arizona. Everyone from low-income youth to senior citizens learned how to grow and prepare fresh food. We need to support these year-round, hands-on experiences so that everyone has the opportunity to learn about their food systems. There's no doubt that modern agriculture is complex and diverse, and that the misconceptions will not go away until we address the rural-urban divide. Through transparency in agritourism, experiential education, and collaboration between rural and urban, we can help urban populations understand where their food comes from. So let's start the conversation, get our hands dirty, and demystify the world of agriculture.